Newcombe won the 2024 Peter Crimmins medal. And I am just here to share my thoughts on that, and what I thought of the night, and who I thought should have won it. But before I start, I just want to say congrats to John Newcombe on taking out the Peter Crimmins medal. He has finished runner-up the last 2 years, and then he finally got there this year. And obviously congrats to Dylan Moore and Jarman Impey for coming second and third. Definitely both deserve to get in the top 3 leaderboard. Great players, good consistent players for us during 2024. And they much deserve a spot in the top 3. Firstly, I just want to say that John Newcombe, definitely, obviously, if you haven't watched my other video on who I thought was going to win it, I did tip Dylan Moore to win it. But then, Dylan Moore to win it. I did have John Newcombe coming in at third, but he ended up winning it. And I think it was only at the last round. I think Newcombe and Moore may have been tied after round 23. Moore was definitely winning after the Carlton game after round 22, and I think it got a bit closer after round 23, and then Newcombe just took it out in the last round. I think Newcombe definitely had a good year. His contested ball win rate was amazing. He's a beast out of the midfield, and he's really what we need. Obviously, we have some fancy mids like Warple, Days, Tough, Nash really puts his body on the line, but we don't really have like a strong mid that bursts out of the stoppage, gets clearances, and isn't afraid to take it on and really throw his weight around. And Newcombe clearances is no worry for him. Just out of the middle, just direct, pure into the forward 50. I feel like he had a really good year. And I thought that last year was probably better, but stats do say otherwise. I just thought he had a really good year and he deserved to come first. I didn't think he was going to come first, but I knew he was going to be up there. He was really consistent, especially in the back half of the season when we started to win a few more games. He really picked up his momentum with the team and really led that midfield group while Day and the likes of other players were out injured. So next, Dylan Moore obviously came seconds. Look, I obviously I thought he was going to come first. I felt like he played the best. The stats said otherwise, but personally I still think he should have came first. But obviously John Newcombe, well done to him. But I feel like his ability to kick goals, and also go into the midfield and look like he never left was just amazing. And especially against Adelaide, he just just 5 goals, and then his ability to go into the midfield and just rack up disposals like it was nothing was crazy. I felt like he really had a really good year. Obviously, him being the only one that made the All-Australian team for the Hawks is obviously also why I thought that he would have come out with the medal. But he unfortunately didn't come away with it, so bad luck to him, but he'll be happy with second, and he had a really good year. And I feel like it's really underrated to be a good as player when you've also got leadership on your back, like the likes of Bontempelli and Cripps. They're really good players, especially when they've got the role of captain or vice captain on their backs, and like the likes of Dacos and a couple of other mids like Tom Green and Adam Trelaw and all that don't have like captaincy roles, and obviously they do have leadership roles, but yeah, being a leader and also playing up to the same standard every week is really underrated, and I just thought Dylan Moore would have had the best chance of winning, but came second in this year's Peter Crimmins medal. Next, moving on to number who came in third, Jarman Impey, obviously very, very underrated player off halfback, gets the ball, his running carry is elite, probably one of the best in the AFL, if not in the team. But yeah, I feel like he deserved this medal more than anyone. Coming third, I feel like he really is a leader in that back line, and he's someone that, like the likes of Weddles and Scrimshaws, really look up to. And I feel like he really leads from the front. And obviously filling in for captain during the Sir Doug Nicholls round and still being able to perform every week. I thought he was really, really good in finals. He had a couple of games towards the end of the season that he played really well as a standout. And he's not as much of like a stats player as like, say, your Warples and your Days. He's not like getting 30 disposals or 10 tackles or 15 marks. He maybe gets his good 15, 20 disposals, but he's always consistent and he's always doing the little things, the bumps, the shepherds, the handballs, and like the running carry. He's always up there with metres gained in our team. So yeah, I feel like Jarman Impey definitely deserves third place. And yeah, I feel like he will be really someone to look up for as we get a bit deeper into the new era of Hawthorn Football Club. So yeah, I feel like he played really good this season and deserves to be third. Now, obviously, I thought it was a bit interesting. Now moving on to the players that I thought that would get up there. I had D'Ambrosio, Sicily and Meek all in my top 5, which didn't even feature. I think Sicily may have been in the top 10, and Meek I think maybe just snuck into 10th or missed out. But yeah, Meek and D'Ambrosio, I don't even know, like I don't know where they were. I had them easy top 5, and definitely top 10. But if it went into going into the night, you told me Massimo wasn't going to make the top 10, I would have said, well, you're kidding yourself. But I just felt like was a very underrated player, and making the 40-man All-Australian squad with Sicily, I thought they were definitely going to be at least top 5, at least top 10, and probably top 5. But I don't know where he was. He just didn't get the votes that we thought he would. And even when he felt like he played his good games, when the team was playing their good games, he really stepped up when we were doing well, which is probably why, because when he was playing well, the team was playing well, and a lot of others were playing well, and he probably didn't get the credit that he deserved with the votes. But yeah, I definitely thought he'd be higher. And then Meek, obviously being a ruckman, maybe doesn't get valued as much as by other coaches and Sam Mitchell as he maybe should. Obviously, a lot of people spoke about him this season and said how incredible he was, but obviously maybe during the votes and straight after the game doesn't really get the recognition that he deserves. But yeah, he had a stellar year, and he'll be back if he keeps this form up. He's going to be a big part of our success in the next couple of years, Lloyd Meek. So that is my thoughts on the 2024 Peter Crimmins medal. If you didn't watch it, John Newcomb taking out the medal, Dylan Moore and Jarman Impey finishing 2nd and 3rd. That is all for today's video on the Hawk TV YouTube channel, and until next time, stay safe and go Hawks.